Hello and welcome to the channel. If you're here, you're wanting to check out this new Genie residential wall mount.
Sweet.
But before we kick off with this video, I'd like to thank David. He's the district sales manager for Genie in the Central Texas area, and the good folks over at Genie for providing this opener for me to review and check out. Alright, let's open this box up and see what comes in it. Just in case you need tech support, it's got some of your accessories down here that you can purchase. So let's take this stuff out, kind of reposition the box a little bit better, slide it over and pull stuff out. It's right here. That's our safety sensors. That's where our safety sensors will come in. So there we go. Let's lay that over here. There's our wall control, our wireless wall control. It's pretty cool. I dig that design. These guys right here are cable keepers. You mount these at the bottom of the door and you mount them so this little hook here grabs the cable, and when the door is opening and getting to that full position, it pulls and applies tension to the cable, keeping those cables nice and taut. Right there, this looks like the bracket that mounts to the side of the machine, and then you mount it to the wall. Got the pull rope inside of there. Alright, we got some wire. Okay, here's our coupler. Fastens to the end of the machine and to the tube of the garage door. Comes with a little keyway. You can see it's keyed right there. So let's put that to the side. Alright, there we go. We got the transmitter, remote. We got a connection cable. Bag of track nuts and bolts. Battery backup right here. Is our connection. Let's scooch this over a little bit. Oh yeah, look at that. Let's turn it around. It's pretty sweet. Pretty cool looking so far. I'm digging it. So this box that's coming out of the side here, that is the LED lights. Alright, so there's that. It's pretty cool. It's got the Genie logo on there. Let's see what's in this little box. Aha. So right there's our electronic lock. Get a good look at that. Kind of like that. It's pretty cool. Alright, set this off to the side. Last but not least.
Whoa!
Alright, check that out.
Wow!
Flip that open. There's our settings. Flip that up like this. Now here's where all our wiring goes. Our antenna. There's for our pull rope. Yeah, it's a pretty cool little machine. So right there's all our goodies.
Dude!
Alright, I'm excited. Let's get this thing put together and installed.
Roger that.
So this is the opening that I'm going to install this machine on. It's an 8x7 steel pan door. I'm going to mount it on the left hand side. There's the space that we have for it. I'm going to fit it right in there. It's going to be a nice little install. We're going to have electricians in here and run an outlet next week. Right now we can put it in there and set and test it off an extension cord and we'll be good to go. So my first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take our coupler and get that mounted. Alright, so the coupler with the keyway, you know, just in case you may have a commercial application that has a solid shaft that's got a keyed shaft, that's what you'll need this for. On this application we got a hollow tube, so we won't need this. So let's go ahead and mount this guy onto there. I'm using a 10mm wrench to loosen this up. Okay, now they're loosened. You're going to see one circle is smaller than the other circle. Well, that's because the big circle, this side of the coupler, is going to attach on the side of the machine. So just lay that guy down on there. Fits on there really nicely. Now let's go ahead and tighten these dogs up. What we're going to tighten are the bottom set screws. Not the top ones here, but the bottoms. You get them nice and tight. You don't have to overkill it. I don't recommend using like an impact with a socket and hammering it down. You know, with a wrench, you know how tight it's getting. Just like that. So now that coupler's on there.
Right on.
Man, that's a slick looking machine. I'm really liking it. Next, you want to take this bracket, and this bracket is what attaches to the machine, mounts to the machine, and this is where you lag it to the wall or to the surface that you're mounting to. So we need to take this guy out, which it's 7/16. It's got a locking washer on it, so don't lose this. You're going to put that bracket back on there. And I would just snug it up with your fingers. Alright, now that bracket's on there. I think I'm ready to mount this guy. Let's go ahead and do this. Alright, slid right on. Fits in there pretty good. You can see where the bracket, mounts to the wall there. You want to get you a level, make sure it's level. It's definitely not level as you can see right now, so I'm going to square it up. And once I square it up, I'm going to pre-drill the hole there and put a lag. So yeah, I would put a level on top of the machine and get it nice and level. You can see the bubble is inside of our line, so we're good to go. So this bracket right here, you can pull it out or you can push it in. I like to push it all the way in. There's a little more adjustment, but I push it all the way in. Man, that's a good looking little unit. So yeah, basically once you got your machine on there, mounted to the wall, make sure it's nice and level. Don't forget, tighten down your collar. Next plan of attack is putting our safety sensors on down at the bottom. Easy peasy. So let's get going on that. We're going to use the wire that Genie supplied to hook up our safety sensors. Running that side of the safety sensor. Gonna run it up over. Got my little helper right here. He's holding on to the end of it. What is that stuff, buddy?
I don't want to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Can you say it?
No. I don't know why I know it. I'm running the safety sensor wire. Safety sensor wire.
All right, well, let's get after it, buddy. Alright, so I'm installing the electronic lock. It's super easy to do. You got some lock holes over here. So basically, in a lot of tracks, most tracks, they're going to have the 4 holes right here. What I did was I put a nut and bolt in the very top of these 2 holes here. I put it in there. So I got the nut and bolt right there on that one. So all I did was I took a 1/4 inch drill bit and put it in the hole down here and just made a slot. What I did was I put a hole above the hole that was right there, and once I made that hole, then I just made a slot, as you can see. I'll show you the other side. Yeah, so basically this bottom hole there, I put a hole right above it, and then you can round it out and make like a slot, and it'll fit perfectly. And also on the back of the manual, they give you a door lock template. You can just cut that out and do it that way.
Excellent.
I don't know, me, I just do things, I just kind of go for it. That's an easy way to put that electronic lock on.
Live and learn.
I like the design so far. I like the red flipper there. So let me finish this guy up. Got those tightened down, and this thing's ready to go.
Engage.
This little roll of wire here, this is our lock wire. It's for our lock. So let's go and take a look at where this plugs into.
So underneath the unit, let's get a little closer.
You can see what everything is. Right there it says lock. So right in that slot, that's where that guy is going to plug into.
You're going to run the rest of this wire. You're going to route it real nice and neat all the way down to the lock here. You flip this open. You flip the lid open like that. See how that flips open? And then you attach the 2 wires to there, to that point, and then close it back up. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that stuff. Okay, there it is. It's all wired up. Flip that open like that. So the white wire, it's labeled right here, you know, goes to here. And then the black and white wire go on that terminal. And then just close it up. So you just run that wire over and
All the way up. It plugs right into the machine. So that's pretty easy for the electronic lock.
I really like the design of it. It's super easy to install. Seems pretty robust. You know, seems pretty solid. So there's that. All right, on to the next. There's the wireless wall console, so you want to mount that thing no less than 5 feet from the floor. You don't want little kiddos opening that up and escaping the house, so you want it
Whatever.
5 feet or higher. Thing looks pretty sharp. But yeah, as you can see, there's no wire. I'm mounting it pretty close to the machine, so that way, you know, for video purposes, you know, I'll just have it mounted right close to the unit. I will locate that eventually somewhere else. Looks pretty sharp. I definitely like the design of it. Got that blue ring. It's pretty cool. Wireless. I like it. Can't forget about the pole rope. It's amazing that there are a bunch of pole rope enthusiasts out there, and they always let me know when a pole rope is either A, too long, or, you know, it might be knotted way here, way up here, and it's got this piece hanging off. So for you pole rope enthusiast fans out there, I'm going to show you how I do this one. So yeah, you got plenty of rope. Stick that guy in there.
As easy as pie.
And at the very end, knot it. I like to pull that knot as far up as I can. Just like so. Voila. And then just take it to the spot on the opener and you know, measure down how much rope you need. I don't know, you may need all this rope here, but I need a little short one, so I'm gonna go hang this up.
Well, what are you waiting for?
You know, same thing over here. Put you a knot at the end of it, and then just loop it around and stick it in. If you got these little fuzzies on the end, you can get, I don't know, snip them off, or, I don't know, get a lighter, heat them up and twist it, you know. Like I said, pole rope enthusiasts out there, so some of you this might be a boring part, but to others out there, hey, pole ropes are their thing.
I swear.
So I put it basically down here. There it is. So yeah, this machine is pretty much installed.
Excellent.
Really easy install, I might add. You know, any of you techs out in the field that are getting ready to do one of these and you're just kind of researching how this thing works or looks, and you're going to be impressed. I think Genie has really put their foot down on the side mount opener. This is a great product. So far, so good, especially on the installation. Yeah, I like how everything looks. Nice and sleek. Okay, so there's our cable keeper. I want to give you guys a good idea, good look at what this thing does, what the cable keeper does. You can see. Check that out. Yeah, so basically this spring is loaded. It's got a spring load, right? That's setting it against the edge of the door, so when you pull this arm up and attach it to the cable there, it puts tension on that spring, so when the door gets higher, it pulls on that cable. I'll show you all how that works. Basically got everything ready to go, ready to set the limits on the door, the up and down limits. Got the wiring right there. So we got our lock, safety sensors. Our next holes there, the white and black, is if you have a wall button that's wired, that's where you're gonna put that at. But since we have this wireless wall control, yeah, we won't have to run any wires. So got the machine mounted, wall button on, electronic lock in place, and we got our safety sensors ready to go. So like I said, we need to set the limits on this machine, and it's pretty basic. Program set button, down arrow, up arrow, and then right up here is your learn button. So let's go ahead and do this. So the first thing you want to do before setting this is adjusting for the drum selection. There's actually two modes: standard 4-inch or less drum, or a standard or high lift greater than 4-inch diameter, or vertical lift doors. And right there are the colors. So yeah, let's go ahead and select our drum. So we have 12-inch radius, standard radius tracking. This is pretty standard, pretty common. So we want to put it in the mode with the standard 4-inch or less drum. This is not a high lifted door. This isn't vertical lift. It's not bigger than a 4-inch drum. So we're going to use the basic number 1 setting. So how you do that, and this is the first step in programming. So what you want to do is the program set button. You want to press and hold that until both blue lights come on.
and then release, just like that. You want to press the up button twice. 1, 2. And once you do that, you're going to press the program button once. The red light comes on. That signifies the long LED red. That's for a standard 4-inch or less diameter drum. So that's the mode that we're wanting. It's red, so yeah, let's go ahead and set that. So how you lock that into place, you're just going to press that program set button again. Just like that. Now we're ready to set the up and down travel limits. All right, so we got about a good 1.5 feet to go before we touch the floor here. So we're going to program the down limit first, and how you do that is the down arrow, the arrow pointing down. We're going to press and hold that in. All right, until that blue light comes on and let off. And it's going to start blinking. So now we can just adjust the door down by using the down arrow. So I'm going to press it. There we go. I'm going to bump it up just a little bit. Okay, that's where I like it. No daylight underneath the door. So we're going to come back up here in the program set button. Let's go ahead and press it. And the lights stop blinking. Now that down limit is set. Now let's go ahead and set the up limit. Same steps again. The up arrow. Let's go ahead and press and hold it. There we go. Blue light starts blinking. Now let's go ahead and press the up arrow and run the door to the desired up position. So here we go. Bump it up just a little bit more. All right, we're above the header. That's where I like it. Again, to lock that into place, press that program set button, let go. Lights are going to stop blinking, and our up and down travel limits are set. Let's go ahead and take a full run with it. There we go. Pretty sweet, pretty smooth. It's set where I have it. All right, there we go. Nice and tight against the floor. Let's go ahead and raise it open. All right, there it is. So that's super easy to set and test. So here's those cable keepers, and check this out. That's how they work. So you can see right there how it's, it's pulling on the cable. There's a good shot right there. You can see how it just kind of pulls on that cable, keeping it tight around that drum. Electronic lock. Yeah, overall, I mean, this machine is pretty awesome. I dig it. A lot of you guys out there that install these, yeah, you're gonna really like this. It's an easy application. No cable tension monitor to deal with.
Wicked.
It's a pretty sweet machine.
I think Genie really nailed it on this one. So the only thing left to do is just mount the battery back up on it. Basically, you just take that 1/4-inch screw right there. There's another one right there. You take those two loose, take them out.
So here's our battery. There's the plug.
Which that obviously goes in there.
And it just hooks into place.
You can see the slot there. There's a slot there. Those go up into that slot, and then you
Put your 1/4-inch screw back into place to hold it into position. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this battery back up on real quick. Alright, so there's the finished product. It's got the battery back up on it.
The LED light is pretty sweet. Man, it's super bright. Let's raise it open. Let's watch this cable keeper too as we're going up. See how it's pulling? The cable keeper, it's optional. You don't have to put it on there, but I really suggest that you do because it's a good idea keeping that cable nice and taut, not getting loose. So I want to show you a feature on this machine that's pretty innovative. When the door is in the open position and you go to close it, the machine is going to do this. And send it back open. We can do that again. Alright, here we go. And then it takes off. Let's raise it back open.
What's happening?
So what that is called is a safety pulse, meaning when the door is in the open position and it starts downward, it does the safety pulse, which, you know, it starts the door downward, but not at a full rate of speed. And plus, if you have your cable keepers on, putting the tension on those cables, so when you hear this noise, that's totally normal. It's called a safety pulse. So last but not least, we're going to do the safety reversal off of a 2x4 that's laying on the floor. Door's in the open position. Let's go ahead and send it down.
Whoa!
All right, there we go. You could see that it came down to the floor, hit the 2x4, and reversed right back open. So that's what you want it to do. Pretty awesome machine. Genie knocked it out of the park on this one.
Nice job.
Side mount openers are definitely a very popular thing nowadays. And it's nice to have an option to go to. And, you know, definitely check this out. Bingo. Well, hey, thanks for dropping by and checking out this video. And like I said, I'd like to thank David and the good folks over at Genie for supplying this machine and letting me get my hands on it to install it, to let all you guys check it out. If you have any questions about this machine, please, you know, comment and I'll let you know what I know. But for right now, I'm pretty excited to have another choice for a side mount opener. Dang good machine. Check one out. Peace out, guys.